Hello and welcome back to Bookish and welcome to Tag Tuesday. Today I'm doing the second Tome around tag. I was tagged by Alan over at Big Hard Books and Classics. I also saw this tag on Alex Black's channel, and I will leave a link to their channels as well as to the originator of this tag down below. Anyway, the question is all about, do you buy secondhand books? As a matter of fact, that's the first question. Prompt number one. Do you buy secondhand books? Yes I do. Sometimes I go buy secondhand books just because it's fun to look around. A used bookstore or a local kind of a secondhand bookstore and just see what they have. You know, the kind of serendipitous find happens more often there than it happens at a bookstore that sells new books. So a lot of times that's just fun, and I like to go whether I buy anything or not. Prompt 2, what is your latest purchase? The last time I bought secondhand books, I bought 5. I bought some books I'm going to show you here in a minute, but also I bought Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. I bought a book by Sarah Waters. I bought The Beautiful and the Damned by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It's the only Fitzgerald book I didn't own a copy of. I bought Oscar and Lucinda. And right now I can't remember the name of the author of that, and I feel really bad about that, but you know, that 52-year-old thing happening. So yeah, I bought some secondhand books relatively recently. Prompt 3 is, what condition will you accept? How tatty a used book or a secondhand book will you buy? This book by Sarah Waters, which I just mentioned, Night Watch, is probably about my limit on how beat up or tatty a book can be. You can see it's got a crease in the cover. The spine is not perfect. It's a little bit beat up. This is about probably my limit, but to a certain extent it also depends on how badly I need that title. Is it something I promised I'm going to read, some kind of buddy read? Is it something that I've decided to read, but you know, I'm not necessarily anticipating wanting to have a copy to keep on shelves forever? More about that later, but that's probably about it. I'm not all that picky. As a matter of fact, there are some things about used books that I like. I love finding, you know, like a book plate, you know, where somebody has like customized book plates that they put. Teenager in my neighborhood, sorry. Somebody has like customized book plates with their name on them. They put in their books. I love finding people's names written in the book. I love finding address things in the book and just thinking about, you know, how far that book has traveled. I love reading other people's notes that are in books. I love finding other people's receipts in books. So, you know, those kind of things, I guess those affect condition, and those kind of things I actually find charming. I have a paperback copy of Gravity's Rainbow, which has kind of a unique cover, and I wish I brought it out. I'll tell you what, I'll shoot it. I'll do a video on it, put a little video inset over here of it, and it has like a sticker in it that has somebody's name and street address from the 1970s, and I just really like that. I don't know why exactly I like those things, but I do. Let's see, prompt number 4. After you've read said book, that is the used book you buy, do you keep it or do you resell it? I would say for the most part I keep books. I'm pretty careful about buying books that I want and that I want to keep. Either I'm too kind to the books I read, or I'm really careful about buying exactly what I want and knowing I'm going to want it and keep it. And I do have a problem letting go of books. So, you know, sometimes they live behind my shelves or behind the front-facing panel of books, and I have books stacked too deep on my shelves in some places. But, you know, that's okay. If I'm a hoarder of books, then I am, and I'm not going to worry about it. Prompt 5, do you have favorite places to go when you're looking for secondhand books? There's a bookstore here in town called Gem Books, which is just essentially like 3 rooms in kind of a older office complex, and it is just literally just full of books and really narrow paths to walk around, and you almost feel like you're going to be caught in an avalanche of books, and their books still in boxes, books on the shelf. I like going looking around there. There's another bookstore here nearby that I like that's located in an old house, and my favorite thing about it is it's only open like 3 days a week, and so you have to catch it when it's open. But they have a lot of books about what we here in Texas call Texana, which is kind of like specialist Texas history, culture stuff. But they have also specialize in books, military histories and things like that. I like going there. And then there's several half-price bookstores around here where I go on a more regular basis. Sometimes when I go downtown in Houston, I go to the big one that's located near the Rice Village, which is also kind of close to the Brazos bookstore, which is one of my favorite independent bookstores in the Houston area. Not that I get there very often. Prompt 6, hardback or paperback, do you have a preference? I really don't have a preference, but if I can find a really good edition of hardback book for a half price, I will usually buy that if it's a book that I really want. Prompt 7, have you found any real gems? I have. I found a first edition of a Thomas Boyd book that I really wanted, and just recently I found this example, this secondhand, or this example of Barchester Towers by Anthony Trollope, which I really wanted. It's got a cover preserving it. It's an Everyman Library edition. It's got the original book jacket under there, and it's just in beautiful condition. And I love those maroon spines on those books. And I think I got this for like $3 or $4 at a half-price book. So that would be the gem I found recently. Prompt number 8 is to find a book on your shelves that you can donate to a good cause or your local charity or Goodwill shops. I have a copy of the Ernest Hemingway Reader, which I don't need. So I'll try to remember to pull that out along with maybe some other books from the back of my shelves to put into a donation box to give away, maybe to a library sale or to take to a secondhand bookstore and give to them. So then prompt 9 is to tag people. Well, the problem with this in terms of tagging people is, if I know you already buy secondhand books, then consider yourself tagged. And if you buy secondhand books, consider yourself tagged. And if I don't know you buy secondhand books, then, that first question, do you buy secondhand books? If the answer to that question is no, well then, your version of this tag is over. So I'm going to leave it up to you. If you're watching this, you want to do the tag, it's pretty fun. I got to share some of my used book ideas and things like that. If you like this tag, you want to do it, please feel free. As always, look forward to your comments in the comment section below, and thank you for watching.